Oh yeah, from astronaut mode. Oh yeah, this is great. Ahoy, salty dogs! Welcome back to StarMade on the Star Squadron server. My name is Lenscap, and we are working on Tortuga again today. This is a project you guys seem to be really into, and I'm glad, because I'm pretty into it as well. Definitely enjoying working on our station here. So I made a couple of updates, a few things to show off, and then we'll get on to kind of our plans for the episode today. But I haven't done much in this room, but I have done a few things. You can see some striping going on. I'm starting to get some decorative things down. These are sunken in by a quarter of a slab, so I think that turns out cool. That actually is going to be a recurring kind of recurring detail, yeah, throughout the whole station. This 3/4 slab thing. I like that. I think it's cool. It adds depth without really having to do very much. In the floor, got a little bit of a floor down. It's nothing fancy yet, but I think it works. These factory enhancers, as of now, aren't actually linked to anything, so I'm not sure what we're going to link those to yet. Got gravity blocks at the doors. Oh, the door? Let's look at the door real quick. So I did some decorating to the door. I think it turned out pretty well as well. Yeah, close enough. Yep, so there's that. I think it looks good. I like the holes in the door, actually. That's really cool. It's really cool that you can see through them. I like that. So, okay, carrying on. And this room, or rather this area, has seen the most change. And you may not notice it right off, but I bet you do if you've been following the series. We've got walls up. Sort of. So they're sort of like half walls for now, and I figured for the episode today, this is what we would do, is finish out these walls. I want to add a little bit more depth to them. They're actually doing pretty well as far as depth goes. We got these like support columns and stuff going on, and I think it's coming along pretty well. But we've got a few more changes to make and a couple things to add. I did add the columns all the way around, all over the place. I'm still not quite sure how to enclose the stairwell area, so we'll have to mess with that some and see it. For now, I added this pathway for right here so that we can dock the reclaimer to our station. Let me show you one problem I have with this, though, and I actually thought of a way to fix it after I did this, so maybe we'll fix that. Why is this door open? Closed door. Let's hop in a build block and I'll show you the reclaimer thing. Okay, so here's the reclaimer. That's my salvaging ship. So it fits here, but you can see, I got these big sails on, and the sails really are cutting it close at the top here. So I figured if we could raise the ship by 5 or 6 blocks, then that would kind of even out the spacing between the sails for our ship. Now, the only problem with that is I'm trying to avoid horizontal, like 45-degree hallways, which is bizarre because one of the themes I kind of have going in this station is that 45-degree angle. But these are 4 blocks that shouldn't have a 45-degree angle, so I'm not sure how I want to overcome that, but I think what I was going to do, or what I plan on doing anyway, is moving this path here. Let's pull our cursor out so we can see. Is moving this path so that it starts at this height instead, above this like wall, and we can add it'll still be here, but we can add like a ramp out of the grating, kind of like these stairs that just goes up here and gives a little catwalk. And then we can put something under the catwalk. Maybe we'll put like a gravity and build block station there or something. We could even leave this opening here and put a little room or something back there. That could be kind of neat. I'm not sure what I want to do with that yet, but that would give us, the 4 blocks of room so that we have room for a roof on top of this, other than just kind of flattening it off. I still haven't worked on the outside of the station much, so I figured we'd finish the walls and the inside and figure out what that's going to look like first. But let's kind of check this out. So It's got quite a bit of depth going on, and that was my intention. We've got it sticks out a little bit farther, and then it also goes behind the wall, so kind of 3 layers. But also these pillars have a couple of layers too. You've got the grating and then a pipe behind that, and then the shield behind that, which adds a little bit of depth and animation. It's subtle. It's very subtle, but it works and it looks good, in my opinion. So I figured what we would do for this episode, though, is let's just pick a place. And I have been working down here mostly on this level because it's the most complete, just because it's got factories in it already. And we want to put some wall behind these to kind of finish off this big open area. And then once we fill that up, we can start working on the exterior of the station. Or we can move on to the next room because I'm not sure about the exterior aesthetic yet. Who knows? We'll fly by the seat of our pants on that one. So I kind of wanted to build this with you guys. I'm not very good at building on camera, so I don't know how well this is going to work out for us. But I figured we'd give it a shot. We can at least try. Let's actually get our black hull started, because I think we'll use a little bit of that. We got our paint machine running. Jace Machine made this for us last episode. If you haven't seen it, check it out. We made a lot of progress in that episode, actually. Okay, so let's pick a spot and get started. Yeah, let's just do right here and see what we can come up with. So, I kind of want, let's just lay down some blocks to get started with. So I want it to be, I want some depth, so maybe we do it at this level. So this should be about 9 blocks, actually, or 7. So if we just fill this in, let's see how it looks if we just fill it in, and then we can kind of rough it up a little bit. So if we just fill it in, yeah, okay, so that's kind of where we're going to start, and then we can add our pipes and things as we are wont to do here. Maybe we push it back 1 block as well. I'm not quite sure yet. Let's grab a couple more things. One thing I want that I don't have are some decorative pipes. These things. This is a pretty great block. So we can hopefully work with these a little bit and maybe come up with something cool there. So we don't need a ton of them. That's probably enough. Let's grab one more go. Yeah, 164 pipes. That'll get us at least started with it. And then we can add a little splash of color to this, because it's mostly just dark gray. My floors, my walls, and my ceilings are all the same color right now, which is a pretty big no-no. But I think it works for this space, actually, because it's supposed to feel very industrial, and it does. I feel like there's enough noise going on to kind of make up for everything. It doesn't look flat, and that's the point. So, all right, so let's see. If we do the pipes, maybe we do the pipes like at this level. Ooh, we want to leave that one there. Oops. So maybe we do the pipes like that. And then we can do, we've kind of got this thing going on. So we can do this. Maybe above and below. How does that work for us? Okay, close. Let's drop the pipes another level and try that. So let's do the gray here and here. And we'll do the pipes here. Is that better? That's a little better. I'm not sure I like the pipes sticking out like that, though. So how could we change that? What if we did the opposite? What if we did the wall mostly this gray instead? Like the light gray? And then we did the dark gray around the pipes. course, the dark gray is going to have to be full blocks, and I made it slabs. So let's try it this. That might frame it out a little better. Yeah, that adds a little bit more depth to it. I kind of want the pipes behind something. So let's see. We've been using this metal grill. Let's try that. So let's get rid of this and put in the grill, and then we'll put the pipes here. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I wonder if we could get away even without the metal grill. We could get away like that. That's not so bad. The light gray next to the light gray pillars, though, is not quite working. That's kind of throwing me off a little bit. So maybe... How would it work if we did... Would it look okay if we did the dark gray like this, and we had a panel of the... Let's see, if we do that, and we got to do this. But then we got dark gray, Dutch, and dark gray. I'm not sure how I'm going to like that. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not as much a fan of that. What if we did... And we're just kind of throwing everything against the wall right now and seeing what sticks. But this is how I've been working on this. And I like what I've got so far. I think it's, what I'm coming up with seems to work. So we've got that. Well, let's see. I want to remove this block and put pipes here. Kind of give that sense of depth a little bit more. But, yeah, I'm not quite sure what I want to do about that, though. Can we do... Maybe we put the metal grill here and here to kind of hide it a little bit? Yeah, I don't know. What if we did the light gray then? We're kind of jumping all over the place, but we got to get it right. Okay, yeah, that kind of works. That works okay. All right, I was thinking, what about... Because we got these pipes everywhere. Let's put some more pipes. Whoops, I took a screenshot. Let's put some more pipes here. They're on 6. So let's try and do 15. No, we want like 9. Let's see. Can we fit pipes here? Let's make it 10. And put one here as well. If we do the pipes, is that too much? Is that too many pipes? I mean, we got pipes everywhere, so... I don't know. It's okay. What if we move it away one block further? Whoops. To here. How's that? Yeah, I don't like that as much. I liked it better the other way. So pipes here and here. Okay, the other option is scaffolding there, but I think the pipes suit better. I'm still not quite happy with this. We need to put something in the middle of this to kind of break that up a little bit. But, I mean, it is a factory wall. Like, we're going to be putting a lot of things in front of these, the machines and stuff. So maybe we can leave the walls a little simple. I think, let's try some fans. Can we just put a fan here? What does that do for it? I think that's what we need. What if we do 2 fans? Just so it's kind of centered. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we needed. Alright, that's pretty good. Now, should we incorporate some black? Maybe... Even if we do the slabs again with the black and just put them around the fans like this? How do we feel about this kind of thing? Whoops. I want to keep that fan. Here, 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 and here. How do we feel about that? That's okay, but I don't have the black anywhere else. What if we do gray? The dark gray. That's a lot of dark gray in this area. But it could work. And I've got the black in the other room, but I don't have any black in this room, really. Yeah, that actually works pretty well. I like that. Okay, but I'm thinking if we're going to do that, we should do this as well. We should do the dark gray here. And leave the light gray as just like these panel things. Okay, yeah, I like that. Now we need some way to make this like transition very obvious. So let's find, we can maybe use lights for this. So let's get our light bars out. We'll put them here. And maybe we can use these. And orientation doesn't really matter, but I don't want to see them. What if we just do one? How's that? I feel like that's pretty good. Can we put one on top somehow? Yeah, we don't have really the same kind of... Yeah, that doesn't quite work. It's close. What if we do... Okay, what if we do back here? And on this side? Like that? How about we do it like that? That looks pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. So I like that. I think that could be our wall. That could maybe work. Now we've got those light bars there. If we put the grate back in, it kind of obscures the pipes a little bit. Yeah, I think I like that. I think I like them obscured a little bit. The lights are a little bit obvious. You know, like they kind of stand out a little bit, but I think that's okay. We could maybe hide them a little better if we did this. And then we could do the grates. Let's see, and let's hop into astronaut mode and take a look real quick, because if I don't want to be able to see back in, you know, where the pipes go. Here, you walk faster. If you guys don't know, you walk faster strafing. You actually walk faster backwards as well than you do forward, which is kind of silly. Yeah, they should really look at that. Oh yeah, from astronaut mode, oh yeah, this is great. So the only way you would ever notice those lights from here, you can see them kind of, but just the back. I kind of like the way that lights up the pillars too. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So let's hop back in this build block, and we'll finish up. We'll fix this side as well. I did something wrong. Okay, and yeah, so I like this. So that'll go there. And then we'll put the grills in. Yes, okay, I like that. So now we got to copy and paste this. So we need Z of 2. No, we need Z of 7. Actually, I guess it's 8, isn't it? No, it'll be 7. And we'll have to make some edits. Yeah, it don't have to be 7. We want X of 3. And then our Y is what? 10, we decided, right? 11, okay. We'll need a block, so let's do copy and figure out where our pick area is going to be. Here, okay, so we'll need a block to pick from, so we'll just put this here. That's what that gray block there was for. I could get rid of those now. They're just markers. But we can copy this area now. And now we'll be able to paste it as we please, like this. So that should get us worked there. Now, these corners are going to be a little weird, so we'll have to rework that portion. We'll actually undo that because we're going to have to rework that. But this wall is going to work for any of these areas now. We'll just paste it over a couple of times. All right, let's take a look. How's it look? Does that give us a good effect? Let's get rid of this. Yeah, That's the effect we want. The lights didn't copy over, so we'll have to fix that. I think that really is important to this, but I think that's coming along. Let's go ahead and fix those lights as well while we're doing it. Now we may have to manually... Oh no, this will be pretty easy actually, since because the way we pasted these will actually be pretty easy. We just got to do this and this, and that should work. It doesn't matter that these aren't rotated exactly the same way, so we'll do all this side first. That makes it a little bit easier. And then we'll rotate the light bar and go back and do the other side. And I think this is coming along pretty well. So building on camera like that is not something I generally do very often, because I feel like when I make episodes like this, I end up getting not very much done during the episode. Like, all we really did was make this wall panel, but honestly it made a big difference. We've been able to fill in almost all of the wall areas. Like, there are a couple of places that that we don't have quite filled in, and this is what I did to fix that spot, by the way. That place we said we'd have to come back to. I think that works okay. But yeah, this is not really something I do that often, because I don't feel like we accomplished much. But really, I guess we did after all, and I think it looks pretty good to boot. Let me know in the comments if you guys like the episodes like this, or if you like the more technical ones that I tend to do. I personally think I like the more technical ones myself better, but this is part of it. I mean, this is a big part of this game, is piecing together these, well, pieces, and, you know, and building all the different structures and getting all the different components of the build to work together. So it's very similar, but usually I just kind of glance over this part. But if you like seeing it, let me know in the comments. And but that's all the time I've got for today. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And I'll see you guys next time. Stay tuned.